We'll chant the Sri Suktam together. Sri Suktam. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Maavaha Tam Maavaha Jatavedo Lakshmi Manapagaminim Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashvam Purushanaham Ashwapurvam Radhamadhyam Hastinada Prabodhinim Shriyam Devi Mupahvaye Srirma Devir Jushatam Kamsosmidam Hiranya Prakaramardram Triptam Tarpayantim Padme Sthitam Padmavarnam Tamihopahvaye Shriyam Chandram Prabhasam Yashasa Jwalantim Shriyam Loke Devajushtamudaram Tam Padminimim Sharanamaham Prapadye Alakshmirme Nashyatam Tvam Vrinim Adityavarne tapasodhijato vanaspatistava vrikshodhabilvaha Tasya phalani tapasanudantu mayantarayascha bahya alakshmihi Upaitu mam devasaghah kirtischa maninasaham Pradurbhutosmi rashtresmin kirtimriddhim dadatu me Kshutpipasamalam jeshtamalakshmim nashayamyaham Abhutimasamriddhincha sarvan nirnudame grihat Gandhadwaram duradharsham nityapushtam karishinim Ishwarigum sarvabhutanam tamihopahvaye shriyam Manasah kamamakutim vachas satyamashemahi Pashunam rupamannasya mayishri shrayatam yashaham Kardamena prajabhutamayi sambhava kardama Shriyam vasayame kule mataram padmamalinim Apasrajantu snigdhani chikletavasame grihe Nicha devim mataram shriyam vasayame kule Ardram pushkarinim pushtim pingalam padmamalinim Chandram hiranmayim lakshmim jatavedo maavaha Hatadram yahkarinim yashtim suvarnam hemamalinim Suryam hiranmayim lakshmim jatavedo maavaha Tam maavahadyadavedo lakshmi manapagaminim Yasyam hiranyam prabhutam gavo dasyoshwan vindeyam purushanaham Om Mahadevyai cha vidmahe Vishnupatnyai cha dhimahi Tanno Lakshmi prachodayate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. It's our customary that we should at least learn 5 suktas. They are Purusha Sukta, Narayana Sukta, Medha Sukta, Durga Sukta and Sri Sukta. So, among these 5 suktas, we have listened to the meanings of Medha Sukta also we listened and Durga Sukta also we listened. And we learned the meanings of the Ganapati Darva Shirsham also. Now we are entering into the third sukta. The three suktas which are related to the devatas, devis, Medha for Saraswati, Durga for Shri Durga Bhagavati, and then comes the Sri Sukta. Now, this Sri Sukta is a very, very special and important sukta because this sukta is very much related to the Sri Vidya Upasana. So for Sri Vidya Upasakas, for the Upasakas of the Divine Mother, Sri Suktam is very, very unique and important, and it's very special in the path of the worship of Sri Bhagavati. So first itself we have to clarify one word, that is Sri Sukta, okay? Not Stri Sukta. Sometimes when people say, they say Stri Sukta. It is not Stri Sukta, it is Sri, okay? Sri Sukta. This is traditionally this is a Rigvediya Suktam. From the Kilanga of the Rigveda comes this Sri Sukta. Now, as I was telling, the word is Sri plus Suktam. Suktam, we have listened the meaning Su Uktam, Sushtu Uktam. No? We explained when we are studying the other suktas, the meaning of Sukta we learned. Now comes the word Sri. The Sri is a very important word in our culture. So we always, even to address a person, we always say Sri, Sriman, Srimati, Sri. Okay, what is the meaning of Sri? There are different meanings according to different shastra. The Sri word, there are different meanings. Now, according to the etymology, this Sri comes from Srai, Sri Sukta. Srai, Asraye, to take refuge. So, Sri means that in which all beings take refuge. So, Sri means that power in which all the beings of this universe take refuge. Asraya. We use that, Sraya. Asraya. So, Sri is the Asraya, that Shakti, that power, is the Asraya of this entire universe. So, Suktam, this Sukta is that, Asraya of the entire universe. Sri Suktam. One meaning. Now, when we go into deeper understanding, the Lalita Sahasranama starts with, in actually explaining what is Sri. So, Sri says Sri Mata, Sri Maharajni, Sri Mat Simhasaneshwari. That's how Lalita Sahasranama starts. So, what is Sri? Sri is Mata. Sri is Mata. Mata means what? So, Mata, different meanings are there. One meaning of Mata, Matra. Matra is the Shabda. Matra means, one meaning is Mata, mother. Matra is the Shabda, okay? Matra Shabda we have studied in Sanskrit class. Rakaranta Strilinga. Matra Shabda. So, Mata, Matarau, Mataraha. So, Matra. So, Sri Matra. Okay? Sri means, what is Sri? Sri is Matra. Matra. Matra, one meaning is mother. Sri is the mother of this entire universe. Who is Sri? Sri is the Matra, mother of this universe. Matra also means Matrika Shakti. When you go deep into the science of Shakti Upasana or the tantric worship, we will learn about two powers of mother. One is known as Matrika Shakti, another is Malini Shakti. Matrika Shakti and Malini Shakti, these are the two Shaktis, two powers of the Vak. the embodiment of the power of this universe. The power of the universe manifests in this world as Matrika and Malini. Now, what is this Matrika, Malini, etc.? You have to do your own, because it's very, very deep science. So, Matrika and Malini, these are Shabda Shakti. Shabda, the power of the speech. So, Matrika and Malini are the Swaras and Vyanjana. Swara and Vyanjana. And these are also the meaning, very, very deep meanings are there. But this entire universe is manifestation of Urjam, energy. The energy manifests in this world as Matrika and Malini. So what is Sri? Sri is Matrika and Malini Shakti of the Parambika. So Sri means Mata, Sri Mata. That's how Lalita Sahasranama starts. Sri Mata, Sri Matre Namaha. Next is Sri Maharajni Namaha. So she is the one. So Mata means the one who gives birth to this entire universe. So she is that creative power which is there in this universe. That's why she is Sri Mata. She is not only the creative power, but she is the one who protects. That's why next one, Maharajni. The supreme, empress of this universe. She is the one who protects. She is the one who sustains this creation. That's why his mother is Sri Maharajni. Next is Srimat Simhasana Ishwari. Who is Jagadambe? Who is Sri? Sri is Simhasana Ishwari. The Ishwari, the one who controls. Yesterday, Ishavasyam. Ishte, to control. So who is this Sri? Sri is that power which resides in each and every being. In a Vyashti form, she is there in each and every cell of our body, and she is there in this entire universe, in each and every atom. So what is the Simhasana? Simhasana is this entire universe in Vyashti and Samashti form. So in each one of us, she is present as the Simhasaneshwari. She is the one who controls. Why the earth is doing its Brahmana in its Patha, or it is taking, Brahmana around the sun, and sun is also doing. Why? How? Who is doing this? Again and again and again, everywhere, Sri Jagadambika, there is a power. That power is that which controls everything. And that power is known as Sri. Srimat Simhasaneshwari. Okay. Now, in this Sri, there are 3 bija mantraha. There are 3 syllables, 3 aksharas in Sri. Which are they? Sh, R, and E. Sh, R, and E. These are the 3. Sh plus R plus E is Shri. So in Mantra Shastra, each of these bija mantras, these are all bija, these are all mantras which represents Ichha Shakti, Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Swarupini. So Sh represents Ichha Shakti, R represents Jnana Shakti, E represents Kriya Shakti. So Sh is Ichha Mahalakshmi, Mahaparvati. R is Jnana Shakti, Mahasaraswati. E is Mahalakshmi, which is the Ichha Jnana Kriya Shakti Swarupini. So she is that whom we worship as the Mahasaraswati, Mahalakshmi and Mahaparvati, that all those three forces represents Ichcha, Jnana and Kriya. And this one Bijam, Shri, represents all that energy which is there in this universe. That is Shri. And Shri is Mula Prakriti, Mahamaya, from which this entire universe manifests. So, what is Mula Prakriti? Mula Prakriti is nothing other than Trigunatmika. So, Shri, Shri, represent Sattuguna, Rajoguna and Tamoguna also. So Jagadambika, Shri is the Shakti of the Purusha. So in the worship, we use two suktams together. They are Purusha Sukta and Shri Sukta. Purusha and Shri. Purusha, Brahma, Paramatma and Shri, Adiparashakti. Narayana and Mahalakshmi. Sri Parameshwara and Sri Parvati. So together, the Shri is the Shakti. Shri is the manifestation of Purusha. They are not two. Shiva and Shakti are not two. When all the bhavas, all the kriya becomes shanta, then we call that Nirguna Nirakara Paramatma as Shiva. When the same Shiva starts to create and sustain and then dissolve, then we call that same Shiva as Shakti. See, in order to, for people like us who are the beginners, to understand, sometimes our acharyas tell us that, Shiva and Shakti. Shiva and Shakti. So that's why in our Dakshina Shaivam, we have a very unique murti known as Somaskanda. Have you heard about Somaskanda? No? Somaskanda, what is Somaskanda Murti? You have seen, no? Somaskanda Murti. What is Somaskanda Murti? Somaskanda Murti, he will be there in almost all the, where the Dakshina Shaivam, wherever the Shivachara is there, they worship Somaskanda. Somaskanda is Sri Parameshwara, Sri Parvati, and in between there is Skanda, that is Subramanya Swami. These three is known as the Somaskanda. What is this Somaskanda? Somaskanda is a very, see, these are all Guru Padesha, and then, Somaskanda is a very, very unique concept. That is, how the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma appear in this universe as Saguna Sakara. Okay? Soma, Sa-uma, Soma. Soma is not moon here. Sa-uma, Umaya Sahavartate iti Somaha. So Sri Parameshwara along with the Shakti. See, we always listen to, when we all the Upanishad, all the Shastra talks about the, Ajam Nirvikalpam Nirakara Rupam. There's no Akara, there's no Rupa. Shantam Shivam Advaitam. But then how this Shanta Shiva Advaita, they say that it is there, but what we see is all this Nama Rupatmaka Jagat. That's what we see. How Soma, that Paramatma manifests as this universe. They say there's only one. Ekameva Dvitiyam Brahma. But that Ekameva Dvitiya Brahma we see as many. How? Because of Skandaha. These are all, anyhow. So, Skanda means that Shakti, that's a kind of power which cannot be explained, because of which the Nirguna Nirakara Brahma manifests as Saguna Sakara Prapancha. So Sri is the power which is, Sri is the connecting link between the Nirguna Nirakara and Saguna Sakara. So how the Saguna Sakara becoming Nirguna Nirakara, that is through the power of Sri. Okay, so in our Vedantic terminology, we use the word being and becoming. Being, I am, that is Purusha, and becoming, manifestation, that is Sri. Agni is the Purusha, and Dahika Shakti, the power to burn, is the Sri. Okay, so in each and every, whether there's when we see a beautiful flower, that rupa, that the form and the fragrance, that is Sri. Okay, so if you take anything, there is no oil, the oil is there and that snigdhata is there. No, viscosity, that is Sri. And like that, in this entire universe, we have studied the Dasama 10th chapter and 11th chapter also. See, when this entire universe, are put together. See, we all feel that we are all different because there is space in between us. Take away the entire space, we see everything together. That everything together, that is known as Sri. So, anyhow, so much is there to speak on, and we can go on and on and on. But this is some introduction. So, Sri, that one word, Sri, that is the Mahabija, that is the Adhara Bija of this entire universe. That Sukta, the Vedic portion in which this entire secret of creation is called as Sri Sukta. Okay, so Sri Sukta, in each one of us, that Sri manifests as the Prana Shakti, and in this entire universe, Sri manifests as the Parashakti. So the Prana Shakti and Parashakti is indicated as Sri. Okay, now we are entering into this Sri Suktam. There are so much, but this is just an introduction. I'm sure you will be able to read more on these lines and then understand much, much more, because just we can meditate upon only this word Sri for days together. But let us stop here as an introduction, and then we go to the each and every meaning, each and every mantra of the Sri Sukta. Now, as I was telling you, this Sri Sukta is the Adhara of Sri Vidya. There are 15 mantras, and the Adhara of Sri Vidya is known as Panchadashi mantra. So each of this mantra represents each akshara of the Panchadasha Akshari, Panchadashi mantra. So for a Sri Vidya sadhaka, Sri Sukta is a very unique and important mantra Shakti. Okay, so we'll take up each and every mantra and then see how much we can understand each one of them from the point of upasana. Not only just chanting. So how these mantras are used for the upasana. So from, see all other suktas, etc., they will have one rishi and one chantas and like. But in Sri Suktam, each mantra is considered as separate mantra which has different rishis and chandas and dhyana and upasana. Okay, so we'll go through those secret knowledge, the sacred and secret Sri Vidya of the Mother, the Supreme, through this Sri Sukta upasana. Okay, so the first mantra as I was telling, the Rishi, I will tell you, please just repeat once so that I'm sure you will not get much time to copy everything, but at least, we hear once and we repeat once and then we go to the mantra. Please repeat. Om Jata Veda Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Mahalakshmir Devata Shreem Bijam Khreem Shaktihi Kleem Kilakam Adi Bhautika Adi Deivika Adhyatmika Aishwarya Praptaye Viniyogaha. Jata Vedas is the Rishi, Anushtup is Chanda, Mahalakshmi is the Devata. And this mantra, if we do the upasana of this mantra, we will get the, Aishwarya, prosperity of Adi Deivika, Adi Bhautika and Adhyatmika levels. This is just first mantra. Okay? Now I'll chant the Dhyanam, just chant once. So here, the first mantra, we worship Bhagavati as Gajalakshmi. Gajalakshmi means what? Shri Bhagavati is seated, both sides, two elephants are there. They are doing Abhisheka to Jagadambika. That is known as the Gajalakshmi. You have seen, no? That Gajalakshmi. That Gajalakshmi Bhagavati, that is the bhava of the first mantra. Okay? Kantya Kanchana Sannibham Himagiri Pakshais Chaturbhirgajaihi Hastokshipta Hiranmaya Mrutaghadaihi Asinjamanam Shriyam Nana Ratna Samujwalam Karala Satpatmam Kiridojwalam Kshauma Baddha Nitamba Bimbalasitam Vande Aravinda Shritam. So, we meditate upon Shri Bhagavati, who is seated in a lotus, holding two lotus in her hands, the upper hand, and then Varadabhaya Mudra, and wearing a beautiful kirida and then golden garments. And from both sides, two elephants are doing Abhisheka of Sri Jagadambika with Amrita. And mother's body is wet with this Amrita Abhisheka. That's how we meditate Sri Jagadambika, Sri Gajalakshmi. And the mantra, Upasana mantra, is the first mantra. Okay? Please repeat. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jata Vedo Ma'avaha. Together. Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Do Ma'avaha. Now we'll see the Anvaya. Bho Jata Vedaha. You can mark in the book. Bho Jata Vedaha Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Me Avaha. Bhojata Vedaha Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarnarajadasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Me avaha. That's the Anvaya, almost like the mantra only. So avaha, avaha means what? Please bring. Please invoke. Okay? Whom? Where? Me. Mai. In me. Please invoke in me. Telling whom? Jata Vedaha. We have already learned the word Jata Vedas. Who is Jata Vedas? Agni, Jatam. Jatam Sarvam Vedayati iti. The one who knows everything. No? The omniscient presence, that Agni Devata is known as Jata Vedas. Bho Jata Vedaha. O Bhagavan, Jata Vedas, O Agni. Me avaha, my avaha. Please bring her into me. Please invoke her in me. Me, my, avaha. Whom? Whom do you want to invoke in yourself? Lakshmi. Bho jata vetaha. Lakshmi me avaha. Please invoke Lakshmi in me. Now, who is this Lakshmi? We know Lakshmi. Of course, we know Lakshmi. Lakshmi is the consort of Sri Mahavishnu, the goddess of wealth. Yes. Of course, Lakshmi is that all. What is the meaning of Lakshmi? There are many meanings. One meaning is Lakshyam yati pashyati udyoginam iti. Lakshyam yati darshayati udyoginam iti. What is Lakshmi? Lakshmi is that which shows us the goal of our life. So, Lakshyam, our goal. The one who points out the Lakshya of our life is Lakshmi. That's why, like we have, Sadashiva Samarambha, Shankaracharya Madhyama, Asmadacharya Padyanta. That is in our tradition. Like that, in Vishishtadvaita tradition, Sri Mahalakshmi is the Adiguru. No? Like Sri Shankara, Sadashiva Samarambha, Sri Mahalakshmi Samarambham, Ramanujacharya Madhyamam, Asmadacharya Padyandam, Vande Guru Paramparam. That is the Guru Parampara. So, like how for our Parampara, how Bhagavan Sri Dakshinamurti is the Adi Guru, like that, in the Vaishnava Parampara, Adi Guru is Sri Mahalakshmi. Why? Because Mahalakshmi is the one who takes us to the Supreme. So, who is Mahalakshmi? Mahalakshmi is our mother. Now, how we know that? Who is our father? Mother tells us, this is your father. No? She is the one who shows us, this is your father. Like that, who is the one who takes us to the Supreme? That is Sri Mahalakshmi, Sri Mata. So she takes us, she points out, see, this is the goal of your life, and that's why Mother is the Adi Guru. So, Mahalakshmi is the Adiparashakti, she is the Adi Guru, she is the Parama Guru. And also, she is the one who blesses us with entire Daivika Sampat. You already studied Daivika Sampat in 16th chapter. No? Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihi, Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi. All those Daivika Sambati is Mahalakshmi. So, she blesses us with all these Daivika Sambati and then points out, what is the goal of our life? That is Mahalakshmi. That power of Jagadisha Shakti. That Jagadisha Shaktim Lakshmi me avaha. O Jata Vedas, please invoke that Mahalakshmi in me. Okay. So, how is this Mahalakshmi? All other words are Visheshana for the Lakshmi. How is Mahalakshmi? Says, one who is Om Hiranyavarnam. Hiranyavarna. Varna means color. Hiranya, gold. Hiranyavarna, golden color. She's so beautiful, shining like the gold. So, Hiranyavarnam. Simple meaning, the one who, one who is shining like the gold. One whose color is the color of the molten, gold. That Hiranyavarnam. We'll just see the simple meaning first and then we'll go to the higher meanings. Hiranyavarnam. Next, Harini. Harini, there are different meanings. First meaning, one meaning of Harini is gold. She is not only shining like gold. No, many of us now have a lot of ornaments, but everything is in the locker. And then when we want to go out and to the marriage, etc., we also wear nice ornaments. They're all Hiranyavarna only. 1 gram gold. That's all. Because if you go, somebody snatch, and what will happen to our gold? So Mother is not only Hiranyavarna, she is gold. Harini. Harinam means gold. One meaning. Another meaning of Harina is a female deer. Mriga. So, Mother Mahalakshmi is like a female deer. Harini means so delicate and so beautiful. Harini. So, the one who is like so beautiful and then, innocent and beautiful and like a female deer, Harini. Third, Harini means haldi, turmeric. Like the turmeric, no? So Harini means turmeric. We know that in all our functions, we are supposed to use the turmeric. When we go for puja, everywhere, turmeric. Because turmeric represents auspiciousness. The turmeric has many medicinal values. Not only medicinal values, but there are many, hidden values of this for turmeric. And like she heals. It can heal, it can be the best antiseptic, it can be, do many things. Like that is Jagadambiga, who can cure the bhava dukkha. So she is Harini. Hiranyavarnam, Harini, and Suvarna Rajatasrajam. She's wearing different ornaments in her body. Suvarna Rajata Srajam. Srak, Srajau, Srajaha. Srak means mala. Srak means mala. Mala, abhushana. Different kinds of, abhushana. Different kinds of ornaments. Mother, Sri Mahalakshmi is wearing different kinds of ornaments. Which kinds of ornaments? Made up of what? Suvarna Rajata. Made up of gold and silver. So in our tradition, we don't wear the gold in our leg, etc. Nowadays, people have no understanding. So they started to put golden anklets, etc. But it is prohibited. Why? Because gold is Mahalakshmi. Gold is Mahalakshmi, and you should not put. Now I see even that mitti and all that. No, they make of gold. If then they make the padasara, that is prohibited. We should not wear gold in our leg. Even Jagadambiga, Sri Bhagavati, Sri Mahalakshmi herself will not wear gold on her leg. She only wear silver. So that's why Suvarna Rajata Srajam. There are parts of our body where the gold should be, worn. And there are parts of our body where silver should be worn. Because this gold and silver have different qualities which can actually regulate our pranic energy. Why we wear all these ornaments? Not to just show off or, no. We have different sthana where the ornament should be worn, because this gold and silver, they are very good conductors, different kinds of conductors, and they can actually regulate the pranic shakti. That's why they say that, you are supposed to wear your wedding ring in your, that's why this, the second, ring, that's a ring finger they call. Because that is the nearest to our heart. The siddha, which is the nearest to our heart, starts from this. That's why always the gold should be there. Gold has the power to regulate pranic shakti. And silver also has different, and even the, all the metals, they all have their own powers. But Suvarna and Rajata has very different kinds of powers. So she wears, she adorns herself with beautiful ornaments made up of Hiranya and Rajata. Hiranya Rajata Srajam. And so next one is Chandram. Chandram, wow, one who is beautiful like the full moon. Chandram, Chandayati, the one who gives ananda to our heart. That's why that's the meaning of Chandra. Chandayati iti Chandraha. The one who gives, just look at him. Even if Bhagavan is only one kala, Bhagavan is only just a crescent moon, but you are worried with so many things, just look at him, your mind will become calm. And what to talk about Purna Chandra, no? So mother is Chandram. She's like the Purna Chandra. Shodasakala Paripurna Paramatma Shakti. That is Mother Chandram. One who is very beautiful like Chandra. Charming like Chandra. Chandram. Hiranmayim. Again Hiranya. That's why Indians like gold so much, That is the stability of our nation. All other nations may go somewhere, but we have so much of gold in each and every. I think in South India, 100 pounds of gold, 150 pounds of gold. Just for a marriage, how much gold? Why? Gold is the, Anyhow, so that mother is Hiranmayim. Hiranmayim. Prakashaswarupini. Hiranmayi also means the, gold, one who is in the form of gold, Hiranyarupini. Why Hiranyarupini? Because she is Prakashaswarupa. If you melt gold in one, point, it will, it's known as in Malayalam we call it Sornam Minniga. You cannot destroy it. It will, a very bright light will come out of it if you melt the gold. So, that's why Bhagavati is Hiranmayim, Prakashaswarupinim, embodiment of light. Hiranmayim, Lakshmim, Sri Bhagavati, Mahalakshmim, me avaha. O Mother, O Bhagavan Agni Deva, please invoke that Mahalakshmi in me. Very nice. But what is the Adhyatmika Artha? This is very good, nice. And Adidevika Artha is Jagadambika Sri Mahalakshmi, invoking her, Gajalakshmi in us. And now, what is the Adhyatmika Artha? What is the spiritual meaning of this mantra? All of us are sadhakas. So what is the spiritual meaning of this mantra? Now, who is Jata Vedas? Jatam Sarvam Veda iri. The one who knows everything. What is that? Who is the one who knows everything? That is the Chid aspect, the Jnana aspect of this universe. Guru, Sarva Guru. That is the Bodharupa. Now we are praying to our own Bodha, our own consciousness, to invoke Lakshmi in us. Okay, who is this Lakshmi? Hiranyavarnam. Hiranyavarna. One who is, shining like the gold. Harini. One who is, what is the nature of Harini? A deer always chanchala. Chanchala means always moving. That power which always moving, which is, so splendorous like the gold, and Suvarna Rajata Sraja. In this, there is a power which is shining and moving. And in both sides of this power, there are two other powers. There is a, there's a very powerful, there's a shining Shakti in the middle, and both sides of that Shakti, there are two supporting Shaktis, which are indicated here as Suvarnasrak and Rajadasrak. In the yogic science, they are known as Ida and Pingala. So who is this Lakshmi? The Lakshmi is the power which exists in each one of us, which is named as Kula Kundalini. In Tantric science or in the Vedic yogic science, that power, that Shakti which is there in all of us, but which is sleeping now, which is known as the Kula Kundalini. So who is this Lakshmi? Who is that power? The power which can take us to the Supreme. That Supreme, that power is now dormant in us, is sleeping in us, but it is there. Now we are invoking that consciousness. We are praying to the consciousness to invoke, to awaken this power which exists in each one of us. In the Tantric or in the yogic science, that is known as Kundalini. That Kundalini who takes us to the Lakshya is known as Lakshmi. This Lakshmi is Kundalini is very bright, which is supported by two other Shaktis, known as Pingala and Ida. That is known as Suvarna Rajadasrak. Ida and Pingala, these are the two powers which actually balance the entire pranic energy of our existence. So, Suvarna Rajadasrajam Chandram. Now in the Vedic science, in the yogic science, Chandra represents the Supreme Being. Purna Chandra. Shodashakalatmaka Purusha. We'll read about this Shodashakalatmaka Purusha in Upanishad, especially when you study the, in the Prashnopanishad also it comes, and also Aitareyam. When you read that Shodashakalatmaka Purusha, the Purna Purusha, is represented as Chandra, and that Chandra is none other than this Mahakundalini. When that Jiva Shakti unites with the Parameshwara, it's known as the Shiva Shakti Yoga in the Tantric science, in the yogic science, and in Vedanta it's known as Jiva Brahma Aikya. So when this happens, then what happens? This Paripurnata, the completeness, the Shodasakalatmaka Purusha manifest, and then we are blessed with the Amrita-anubhava. So Lakshmi, Chandram, Hiranmayim, Prakasha-swarupinim, the one who destroys all kinds of darkness from our heart. Vidyade hridaya granthihi chidyande sarva samsayaha kshiyande chasya karmani. So that power, vidyate hridaya grandhi, that power which destroys the hridaya grandhi, kama grandhi, karma grandhi, ajnana grandhi, that is Sakshal Jnana Swarupa. So, Prakasha Swarupinim, Hiranmayim, Lakshmim, the one who takes us to that Supreme Paramatma, the mother who takes us to our father, the Shakti which takes us to the Shakta. That power of Kulakundalini is represented as Sri Mahalakshmi in this mantra. So we are invoking the Bodha, the consciousness in us, so that with the help of this consciousness, may this power of Kundalini be awakened in us and take us to the supreme union with the Paramatma. Hridayam, Satam Chaika Hridayasya Nadya. We studied in Kathopanishad. Satam Cha Eka. That Eka Nadi, that one Nadi, which is the Mukhya Nadi, is represented as the Sushumna, and the two others are Hiranya and Rajadasraja, which represents the balancing of this entire process. May Jatavedas bless us. May the Supreme Consciousness bless us, so that the power of Kundalini is awakened in us. And in this life itself, we realize the supreme truth. That's why the mother of this is the Gajalakshmi, where the Amrutanubhava. You see, that two Gajas are, doing the Abhishek. What are these two Gajas? These two Gajas are Ida Pingala Shakti, which showers the Amrutanubhava. That Gada, may that Mahalakshmi, that Lakshmi, be invoked in us with the help of the Supreme Consciousness. Okay? So let us chant the mantra once more with the meaning, okay? Om Hiranyavarnam Harinim Suvarna Rajatasrajam Chandram Hiranmayim Lakshmim Jatavedo Ma'avaha. O the omniscient Jatavedas, invoke in me that Lakshmi, the symbol of wealth, the enchanting form of golden lust, splendorous like gold, adorned with brilliant ornaments of gold and silver, beautiful like a female deer that shines like moon. May that is the Sabdartha. The Antarika Artha is, may the Bodhaswarupa invoke that Kulakundalini in each one of us to realize the supreme truth. Okay. One more we'll just see, and the meaning we'll see in the next. The second mantra, please repeat. Jata Vedarshihi Anushtup Chandaha Rajya Lakshmi Devata Hrim Bijam Shrim Shaktihi Klim Kilakam Sakala Sampat Siddhaye Viniyogaha. The second mantra, Sakshal Rajya Lakshmi is the Devata, Adhisthana Devata. Bhagavan Jatavedas is Rishi, Anushtup is Chandas, and Sakala Sampat Siddhaye, to gain all kinds of wealth, is the use of this mantra. Dhyanam Chaturanga Balopetam Dhanadhanya Sureshwarim Ashwarudhamaham Vande Rajya Lakshmim Hiranmayim. So Rajya Lakshmi, who is seated in a Ashwa, in a horse and riding, and may that mother bless us to Dhanadhanya Sukheshwarim. She is the Ishwari of Dhanadhanya Sukha. May Jagadambika bless all of us. We'll chant the mantra. Tam ma'avaha jata vedo Lakshmi manapagamini yasyam hiranyam vindeyam gamashvam purushanaham. Together. Tamma Yata Vedo Lakshmi Manapagamini Yasyam Hiranyam Vindeyam Gamashvam Purushanaham. Anvaya, please Anvaya also will see, and Artha will see in the next class. Bhoho Jata Vedaha Anapagamini Tam Lakshmi Me Avaha. Almost same like the last mantra. Lakshmi Me Avaha. Which Lakshmi is this? Anapagamini. We are requesting whom? Jatavedaha. Bhoho Jatavedaha. Anapagamini Tam Lakshmi Me Avaha. Second sentence. Why you want this Lakshmi? Because yasyam aham hiranyam gam ashwam purushan vindeyam. Yasyam aham hiranyam gam ashwam purushan vindeyam. Once more Anvaya. Two sentences. First sentence is Bhoho Jata Vedaha Anapagaminim Tam Lakshmi Me Avaha. Yasyam Aham Hiranyam Gam Ashwam Purushan Vindeyam. Bho Jata Vedaha, O Jata Vedas, Anapagamini. Anapagamini, na apagamini. Apagamini means what? One who always leaves, one who runs away. One is never stable. Apagamini. Apagamini, always running around. They say that Shri Mahalakshmi enters into our house and looking, where is the other door? She comes through this door and goes through that door. But we don't want that Lakshmi. What we want is Anapagamini. Apagamini, one who wanders, one who goes, one who shifts. We want Anapagamini, the Lakshmi who will never leave us, one who will be always with us. Anapagamini Lakshmi Me Avaha. See, suppose a person is very, very poor. Okay, he lives, it's okay. But once you become rich, and if poverty strikes us, it is unbearable. So we don't want a Lakshmi who will, come and then will give us some sukha and then run away. No. Anapagamini. The Lakshmi who will ever stay with us. O Jatavedas, please invoke that Mahalakshmi who shall always be with us. Why you want this Lakshmi? Yasyam. Yasyam means because of whom? Yasyam. Yasyam aham, I, vindeyam, I shall gain, I shall attain. What? What you will attain by this Anapagamini Lakshmi? Oh, Hiranyam. With her grace, I will get lots of wealth, gold, money, Hiranyam. And Gam, cattle, cows and, buffaloes and then camels and then kangaroos and whatever you want. So Gam, all these animals, Gam. Ashwam, horses. And Purushan, people. So when I want, please, Bhagavan Agni Jatavedas, please bring this Mahalakshmi who is stable. Please bring the stable Mahalakshmi into my life. Because with her grace, I shall gain gold and then money and then cattle and then horses and then people in my life. Person is blessed with lots of cows and horses and then lot of money, gold. But he is alone in this universe. What is the use of that? No? So I want Purusha and people also. So Mother, please bless with all kinds of wealth in this life. That's the meaning. What is the spiritual meaning? That we'll see tomorrow. Okay.